You have energy, right, to whisk? Wow, my pictures put on this. Sugar. Rachna, do you bake a lot? What is your biggest baking disaster? What have you made that has come out to be very bad?
Very bad. Macarons.
What about you guys? Who has a really, really big baking disaster? For your frosting? Wait, can we pass the mic to them? Oh, thank you. I hope it's working. Done? Okay, butter and sugar, whisk it well for about a minute or so. Then we're going to add the hazelnut butter in. Yes, hi. Hi. Hi Manju, nice to meet you. Yes. Okay. Why? Oh, this is something that you've highlighted, which is the first rule of baking. What is the first rule of baking? Measure your ingredients, right? Baking is not like cooking where you can just put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So you have to be very precise. So you have to measure everything extremely carefully. And what I like to recommend is before you start baking, you have all your ingredients ready and then you start your recipe. So you know the problem also to your, you have the solution to your problem also. Amazing. Anybody has a very big disaster? No, she has a question. इसमें अभी 200 ml butter, brown sugar, okay, hazelnut butter, और अभी condensed milk डालेंगे. Got it? Repeat. Somebody from this side is going to repeat what we've done so far. Yes? I told you I'm a strict teacher. I'll quiz you all. Yeah. Can we get a, there. Put your hand up. Yeah. Nice, huh? Don't mess it up, huh, Rachna?
Put butter, sugar, and whisk it and castle butter and pour condensed milk.
Okay, next step. Now next step, when you guys make cakes sometimes and you feel that the cake is starting to sink, or if your cake becomes very hard, what I like to do is, we have maida. We mix the baking powder already with the maida, okay? So that's already folded in. And we have milk. Now I won't add all the milk and all the maida. I'll start with the flour and end with the flour, okay? So we'll go flour, milk, flour. Does anybody know why? So whenever you add maida to anything, any flour to any liquid, you activate the gluten in it. It's great because you need that gluten formation, so you keep kneading it. But when we add the milk, we'll break that formation. Clear? Very good. Half. Just fold it in. Very gently. Now guys, I'm making this in a loaf like this. But it's a very yummy, delicious cake. आप इसको ऐसे ही बना सकते हैं. You can put it in a normal cake tin. You can make cupcakes out of it. You can fold in chocolate chips inside it and just bake it and just eat it as a lovely sponge cake. You can layer it. It's excellent. Yes. Right now I'm just using a 250 gram, or this is not a 250 gram. This must be a 500 gram tin. And we'll get about 300 grams from it. About 6 inch. Yeah. Okay, next milk, very gently. रचना मेरे ऊपर गिरना नहीं चाहिए हाँ. You think Rachna is scared of me? No, na? Okay. ये साइड से किसी ने baking disaster नहीं दिया. No one has given me a baking. Oh, you all have baking disasters. Ready? Can we get a mic there?
So I made a chocolate truffle cake in my home without oven by adding salt.
You made a
Chocolate truffle cake.
chocolate truffle cake.
Yeah, without oven by adding salt into the kadai and making that. So I follow you on Instagram and I have bought lay 15 cookies and I will enjoy. So my disaster was that cutting the sponge and adding the enough amount of coldness to the whipping cream. So how much amount of the percentage of cocoa should be amount of cocoa powder should be bite for the chocolate to bake that cake. How much amount of cocoa should be added and how to whip that cream and keep that frosting. So my cream got due to heat.
So wait, your question is when you're making you make a truffle cake.
Yeah.
You want to know how much cocoa powder to put in the sponge.
Yeah, and
Is that the question?
Yeah, and the amount of cocoa powder and the, what type of dark chocolate I want to buy. Means
Yeah.
so the dark chocolate contains 70% cocoa, 80%. So what is the quantity of that?
Okay, so you've asked a very good question, which I will answer with. Till I don't know what your recipe actually is, I don't know what ingredients are going in it.
So I can tell the ingredients.
But I would have to make your cake.
Okay.
And then only I would know.
Okay.
But I just feel that normally whenever I make a sponge cake, I try to keep the cocoa powder about 15% of the recipe. So of the dry ingredients. So if your dry ingredients are about, say you have 200 grams maida, for example, then the cocoa powder I would keep between 15 to 20 grams. So that's a general ratio. Baking is all about ratios. Once you understand basic ratios, you'll know how it works. So basically, I would do that. Your question about chocolate, it really depends on what kind of chocolate you want to use. I feel 70% becomes very dark, and I feel like most people don't enjoy eating that in cakes. So I like to use a 54% normally.
54%
Yeah.
cocoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used Amul dark chocolate. Amul dark chocolate 70% and I added condensed milk.
You add
Condensed milk, dahi, tel and cocoa powder.
But where is this cake? You're just talking. Where is it?
Yeah.
You should have gotten for us to taste also.
Yeah, I baked.
You will make it for me.
Okay.
I want to taste it.
Yeah, I made it before 2 months, so I.
Before 2 months, don't
Yeah.
bring that one.
Okay.
Make a new one.
Okay. No, I am telling my struggle is that during the cutting of the cake and
Yeah.
the whipping of that cream, so that was my struggle.
So I feel if the cutting is very tough, then maybe you have to refrigerate your sponge for it to settle down. If it's baked very fresh and it's hot, when you cut it, it will become very difficult. Vrinda, leave it off only. That's fine. It will become very difficult. So one, to make sure that the cake has gotten enough time to cool down. And the whipped cream, I just feel, yes, you can pour it in. You guys are all seeing what Rachna is doing also, na? Okay. For the whipped cream, what cream do you use?
So I had a doubt. So usually we use dairy cream. I try to whip the cream using that Amul fresh cream.
Yeah, so Amul fresh cream, so any cream that you whip, it has to have more than 35% of fat content in it for you to be able to whip it. Unfortunately, Amul fresh cream only has 25%. So no matter how much you try, you can put it in the fridge. They use these hacks, they put it in the fridge, they put it in the freezer and then they whip it. Unfortunately, it doesn't hold very well. So try to find a cream. I don't know what brands are available here, but in Bombay, for example, there's Delecta. There's, you get Delecta here? Yeah, so that's a nice unsweetened cream. Because otherwise, all the other creams are very sweet. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Rachna, are we ready? Cake is good? Pakka. Stop it. You want to show everybody what you made? नहीं नहीं ऐसे ही दिखा दो कैमरा में. Yes. Can we get a mic here, please? So that everyone. You can. So your question is, can you substitute maida for atta, right? That's also now. Thank you, Rachna. Okay, can we get a big round of applause for Rachna? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So when you substitute atta for maida in recipes, again it changes. So the gluten content is different, the way it reacts is different. So you'll find that it absorbs a lot more moisture. So all the cakes that you make with atta, they tend to be slightly on the drier side. So you'll have to fix that. But this is a good cake to try it with because the hazelnut butter is very rich and it has a lot of natural oil. So try it and tell me how it goes. Yeah? Thank you. Easy recipe? Everyone's going to go home and make it? You'll make it with almond butter, with pistachio butter, with cashew butter? Yes. We just used butter. That's it. Because it's a very oily cake by itself. So it comes out of the pan quite easily. I usually use either, for most recipes, I tend not to because the recipes have enough fat in them anyway. If I have to, either light coat of butter or a light coat of oil and maybe some flour. That's it. You can, but you'll have to play around with I won't take it out 100% and replace it. You'll have to play around with the proportions a little bit. Maybe start with 60 maida, 40 something else. See how that goes, what kind of crumb you get. Then play around and change it around. There's no right or wrong. You only have to do it and then you'll figure it out for yourself. Okay? Yes, hi. So it really depends. So baking powder and baking soda, you don't have to necessarily include both for every recipe. It also depends on the construction of the recipe. So for example, in this recipe, I didn't have any curd or I didn't have any buttermilk. So I didn't really need baking soda specifically. Baking powder already has baking soda in it. So which is why I use this for it. Yeah? Hi. Hi, I love your outfit. It's very beautiful. So you'll have to try. With this recipe, I haven't tried it with atta. So every recipe is very different. So you'll have to try, you'll have to experiment. Maybe you have to increase the fat content a little bit. Maybe you'll have to increase the liquid in the batter a little bit so that the moisture remains fine. It's all about experimenting, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
Hi. Hi, ma'am.
Should we start with the next recipe?
Hi, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yes. Hi. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, this is great. Everywhere I go, I make egg recipes. People are like, how to make it eggless, how to make it eggless. I made an eggless recipe, like how to make it egg. Is that a question? I love you, Chennai. I'd have to work on this recipe, because with eggs, it's not very simple. You can't just pull something out and put something in exchange. The whole chemistry structure changes. So here, for example, I have milk and I have condensed milk. So that's the protein in it. So I'd have to take that out, put in the eggs and see how it works. But I see you're holding coming home. Yeah, we have some egg recipes in there also. So I hope you like it.
Hi.
Wait, where's Aruna? I saw Aruna somewhere.
Here.
Did she run away?
Excuse me.
Did Aruna run away? You're coming. Yes.
Hi, ma'am.
Where are you?
Oh, here.
Where?
To your,
Where?
here.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Mrinalini.
Hi.
Can we add any nuts to this?
you can add, that's a very good question. You can add nuts, you can add a mix of nuts, you can add almond slices, you can add chopped hazelnut, you can add chocolate chips, you can add white chocolate chips. So if you're doing almond butter, if you're making an almond butter version of this, then you can actually add almond flakes on top. You
Only
really,
to the topping, or we can mix it with that batter?
you can fold it in with the batter or you can put it on top. It really depends on how you want them. The whole idea of my recipes and my workshops is for you to understand how the basics work. And then once you know how the basics work, you can play around with them yourself.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right, people, if you're asking questions, please make sure to stand up so that it's easier for her to see where you are. Yeah.
Hello! Can we have a big round of applause, please? I've caught you. I saw you. I said, come. How's it going? Great? Okay. No, we are making cookies. It'll be fun. Hi. Sorry. Wait, somebody else is Where are we? Yes. Hi. So it's 165 degrees for about 30 minutes. My only thing that's also I'm very happy you asked this question, because for most recipes, always take the time and especially the time as a guidance. So you put it in at 165 because each oven is so different and each oven heats differently and bakes differently. Maybe your oven may bake faster than mine. So after like 20 minutes, just check on it, see how it's done. And if you have to keep it for longer, you can keep it for longer. Yes, yes, yes. Center. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Aruna, ready? Wait, there was a question here.
Hi ma'am, this is Sana here. I just want to ask, sometimes a cake doesn't rise properly, right? What would be the reason for that and what can we do to make that step perfect?
For your cake batter that doesn't rise?
Yeah.
So you know how mostly there's an aeration that happens in your cake that makes it rise. Basically, you introduce air bubbles and normally a leavening agent that makes your air bubbles rise. So when your bubbles become bigger and bigger and bigger, the cake goes up. So sometimes if you overmix your batter, there's too many air bubbles and then that collapses. Sometimes if you don't whisk it enough, you've not introduced enough air into your batter, sometimes it collapses because of that. Sometimes you use the wrong kind of sugar, so it collapses because of that. Sometimes you just do something wrong in the recipe. So there's many reasons why it can happen. Till I don't know your exact recipe, I won't be able to pinpoint why it's happening. Yeah, thank you. Okay, ready? Are you guys ready? Is everybody still awake? Okay, we're going to make chocolate chip cookies. Easy? Chocolate chip cookies are not easy? Where is the question coming from? Someone is talking, but I don't know where they are. Oh, hi. So, I used to work under a chef in Paris that would put a lot of vanilla in everything. And that habit kind of stayed with me. But then I stopped and asked myself, why are we adding the vanilla, right? What is the flavor profile that we're looking for? This is a very hazelnut forward cake. My main flavor that I want from this cake is hazelnut, which comes in from the hazelnut butter. Plus, my condensed milk is also sweetened. It has a little bit of those tones that I want. And then I'm going to top it up with the dark chocolate and nut glaze. So there's a lot of flavors that are happening there. So I didn't feel like I needed vanilla also in it. If you want to add some, you can. It's not going to change anything very drastically. But for me, if I can use lesser ingredients, I prefer it. Yeah? Okay, let's start or we won't finish. Ready for the ingredients? Okay, 135 grams of flour. This side is very quiet. 135 grams of softened butter. The butter can go in. 50 grams of castor sugar. 15 ml of milk. 1 teaspoon vanilla essence. Am I going too fast or you all with me? Repeat, ek baar. Little slow, okay. So I'll start from the beginning. 135 grams maida, flour, okay. 135 grams butter. 50 grams castor sugar. 35 grams brown sugar. 15 ml milk. 1 teaspoon vanilla essence. Baking powder, baking soda, which is already added in my maida, right? And sea salt. So, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half teaspoon baking soda. A pinch of sea salt. I always like a little bit salt in my desserts. And the best part, okay, 100 grams of chocolate chips. You can use callets, you can use chunks, you can use chips, all of it works. Okay? Clear on the recipe? Ingredients are clear for everyone? This side? Good, we'll start. Okay, let's go. Butter. It's so hot, the butter softened already naturally. Okay, then I'm going to add the vanilla. Okay, so I always like to add any kind of flavor, whether it's vanilla or anything, directly with the butter. Does anybody know why? Okay, so butter is fat and fat will carry the flavor. So you add it in it, it stays, it transfers very strong, okay? Sugar. Where is it coming from? Oh. That's a good question as well. So normal sugar is very thick granulated sugar. Castor sugar is very fine granulated sugar, especially for cakes, cookies, etc. I prefer using castor sugar because it dissolves in your batter really well. Because sometimes you will put it to bake, and if you use the very thick sugar, it doesn't melt properly, and when you take it out and you bite it, you still get it to be slightly crunchy. And the reason I use 2 different sugars in this recipe is because each sugar has a different character and each sugar brings out something different in a recipe. So I like the gooiness and the chewiness and the balance between both these sugars. Why we use salt? Because a little bit of salt always enhances the sweetness. Okay, so if you put in a little bit of salt, it will just finish it off and it will balance it really well. I use salted butter, so it's fine. So if you're using salted butter, it works well. Also, each recipe is very different. So some recipes may need a little bit more salt, some may need little less. Some will have the flavor of salt, some will have the flavor of hazelnut. But if a little bit of salt, always good. Or use salted butter. I really like using salted butter for my baking. Yeah, thank you. Okay, you guys are with me on what we're doing, right? Butter, vanilla, and both the sugars. Yeah?
Hello, Mom. Hello, Mom.
Hi.
I have a little doubt. out. So if we are baking a cake and we don't know the exact time, so we take it out in 20 minutes to check.
Don't take it out.
So,
Just open your oven,
okay.
slightly pull it out. I mean, first I would just see it, because if it's browning on the top, you can kind of tell with your eyes where it's reached. If it's got no color at all, then it needs more time. And then I would pull it out a little bit, maybe just insert a toothpick or a skewer in the center, and then pull it out. Don't take the tray out.
I used to take the tray out and then again put it back in, and that used to spoil the recipe.
Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Limit how many times you even open your oven, because every time you open the oven, the temperature drops.
Yeah.
So very lightly, and the first 15-20 minutes, if you're baking a cake, don't touch it. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, this side.
Oh, hi.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the correct temperature for a choco lava cake?
For chocolate lava cake,
Because if we keep it too low, the cake just breaks. If we keep it too high for the time, the entire cake gets hard. What is the correct?
again, there are so many different recipes for chocolate lava cake as well. It'll be difficult for me to say which one you're using. But I would say somewhere like when I make a molten chocolate cake, I bake it at 190 to 200 degrees.
The
Short
timings
baking
are-
time, higher temperature.
Thanks,
Okay.
ma'am.
Wow, you all have a lot of questions, huh? I can stay here, I feel, for longer. We'll use
Ma'am?
the spatula now.
Ma'am?
Huh.
Hi Pooja.
Hi. So 1 year.
So I just wanted to understand how important is the chronology of the ingredients.
Sorry, I can't hear anything.
I just wanted to understand how important is the chronology of the ingredients you're putting in.
That's a great question. It's very important what goes in, at what time, for how much time do you mix it in. It's extremely important. For each recipe is different. For example, here you saw we started with the butter and we put in the sugars. For most recipes that use a creaming method, so what we're doing is we're creaming. That means we are introducing a lot of air into our batter and the sugar will start melting. So it's very important for this stage for you to first go with butter and sugar. But there are some recipes where you start with maybe eggs and sugar. French recipes are very different. So it really varies, but ideally the way a recipe is given, it's given for a certain reason and format.
Okay, so it is never generic that you can put. It is never generic that you can put the wet ingredients first.
It depends. There are some recipes maybe that's needed. I can't, there's no like blanket rule, but way a recipe is written, there's a reason why it's written like that.
Got you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, Pooja. Here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very good.
Yeah, so I have a small doubt. I've been trying a whole wheat cookie recipe right now. I found that I'm not able to make the cookie spread. It's just like a ball of dough. What's the matter with that? Any idea?
It's mainly because of the gluten content in the flour that you're probably using.
Yeah, I'm actually adding extra gluten as well.
Yeah.
Still.
Extra gluten? No, you need less.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You need less.
Okay, so the lesser gluten,
Yeah.
it spreads more.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Does it have to do something with the sugar ratio or something?
100%.
Okay.
The cookie spread depends on many things.
Okay.
It depends on the ratio of your butter, on the ratio of your sugar, how much liquid there is in. You can make the same dough. If you rest the dough and then you bake it,
Yeah.
or if you make it and then you bake it, the spread is different.
Okay.
So it's really, it's very scientific, and it depends on the texture of the butter also mainly in your cookie.
So, let me say I'm freezing my dough. So, what kind of butter should I be using for that? Like melted or soft?
I don't know your recipe, so it's
Right,
very
right.
difficult for me to make a comment on it. But ideally, any kind of cookie dough that you do make, resting is always good.
Yeah, I do that.
So resting is good. Maybe if your cookie is not spreading so much, don't rest it.
Okay.
Try once baking it just after you make it and see how that goes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you guys been following what Aruna has been doing? Can I quiz someone?
Hello, ma'am.
No quiz. Anybody? कोई नहीं pay. No one's paying attention. हो गया खत्म.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am, and hello,
Hi.
hello, Haruna, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask that what is the future for vegetarian chefs in this
Aruna
field?
will answer this question.
By the way, big fan.
Hi,
Of both.
good evening. I don't know if you can say there's nothing like vegetarian chef, non-vegetarian chef. As long as you know your, you know your basics right. You've got your basics right. I think that is what really matters. It doesn't matter if non-veg kar rahe ho, veg kar rahe ho. It really doesn't make a difference.
Like I want to pursue this field, and I am still a school-going student. I want to go for IHM's college and all. So
Okay.
can you suggest what could be done about this field?
Okay, see,
as
I have
I'm
not done
listening?
any professional training, but I can tell you there are a lot of universities that do offer vegan and nature kind of degrees in US. So I think there are a lot of universities that are opening up to vegetarian cuisine as well. Not necessarily that you have to cook meat to become a professional chef now.
Thank you so much.
Hi, chef. To your right.
Can I quiz someone to see what Aruna has done? Were you all paying attention? कि भूल गए सब? Who? बोलो.
Hi, chef. To your right.
Oh, sorry. Someone already has a mic there. Yes.
Chef, actually, I'm new to baking, and I'm actually new to baking. So, like, instead of oven, I'm using microwave. Could you tell me the proper timing and everything?
I think one of the most important things that you can invest in if you bake often is a good oven. You don't have to get something that's very fancy, but even something basic like a small OTG to start with. The way a oven heats is very different than way a microwave heats. So, a microwave will heat from the outside in. The oven, the air is distributed, so it bakes very differently. There are many recipes that you can adapt to a microwave. You can set desserts, you can bake some stuff, you can cook some cakes in a pressure cooker. You can do all of that. But I feel if you are really passionate about it and you're serious about it, then do some research and invest in a small OTG at least.
Chef, sure.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our cookie dough is ready.
Hello.
No one's excited about our
Hi,
cookies.
Chef. I have a small doubt. You said that the hazelnut butter chocolate travel cake goes well with the cake rather than the loaf. I'm here. Can you see me? Here. Regarding hazelnut butter dark chocolate cake, which frosting will be goes well? Regarding frosting.
We are going to make that glaze that I made already next.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll show it to you. And frosting, you can make any. You can make a chocolate ganache, you can make a chocolate buttercream, you can do a hazelnut frosting, you can do anything.
And I have a doubt. While making the cake, you said that you would add flour and then milk, flour and then milk. But while making the cookie...
While making the cookie, we did all flour. Because the texture of a cake and cookie is very different. For the cake, we want it to be soft. Okay. We don't want it to be dense. For a cookie, we want it to be slightly chewy and dense. So the way we even add the ingredients, it changes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, we're not going to bake these actually here because there's some issue with the oven. But this is what you do. Okay, if you can see this right now, it's very soft. So what I normally do is I rest the dough a little bit in the fridge, maybe cover it with a wrap and put it in the fridge for half an hour. Then I take it out and then I bake them. Clear? And then some magic happens after we bake them. And they come out like this. Don't you wish it worked like that in real life? Magically, it just appeared. Hi, how are you? Very good. Yes. Nice. I feel like I think the coffee industry is growing very rapidly, baking. But I do feel that coffee and chocolate, in fact, go really well. In fact, in our menu at Love 15, we have so many coffee-infused desserts. We have an opera cake, we have a coffee macaroon, we have a coffee cupcake. So we use coffee in almost everything. I feel like it's an excellent combination that does very well. I think coffee and chocolate.
Combination. But I think we Chennai people love our filter coffee more. So I think that's why we keep it just a filter coffee and not add it to everything.
Hi, ma'am. Hi. Hello. Ma'am, I have some doubt. Like in this recipe, which butter you use? Salted one or unsalted one? Salted one. Okay. Ma'am, what is the temperature for this cookie and timing?
Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah. 165 degrees, about 12 to 15 minutes. Okay? You will start seeing it. I want you guys to start observing how your baked product is supposed to look. Can you see the color here? Sorry. Okay? So you will see the browning of the edges. You will see cracks. These are all like identifiers that your baked good is becoming ready. And because each oven is so different, please always use your eyes first and make sure that you can observe and see. Okay, how are we on time?
Hello.
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 Who here bakes? Are you a pastry chef? You're a pastry chef? You all have a doubt. Okay. Can we get a mic?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Linny. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi Pooja.
Hi.
Do we all get to taste the cookies?
We have some cakes and cookies. So if you guys can share, maybe you
Sharing
can
is
taste.
caring.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's something that the team can decide how they want to do. But
Yeah.
we bought about 2 trays of cookies from Bombay. So hopefully
Thank
you guys can taste it.
Thank you. That's jokes apart. I just want to know if you double the recipe,
You can double it directly.
then what about the baking time?
The baking time won't change because you'll have different trays.
No,
for the
this
cookies.
is for the cookies.
Cookies,
but
yeah.
what about the cake?
The cake, of course. So if you're putting it in a bigger tin, it'll take longer. If you're making cupcakes, it'll take lesser
again,
time.
it's-
So you
you
have
have to try it.
Yeah, see? You just have to look on the top what it's looking like. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, can we get a round of applause for Linny? All yours.
Hello, good afternoon, Chef.
Hi, good afternoon.
Welcome to Chennai. Actually, we are thrilled to see you live off the screen after MasterChef. And it was a sweet surprise to have Aruna also live. Thanks to her.
Yeah.
And my question is actually a lot of discussion is going on about the healthy foods nowadays.
Very good question.
Okay.
Yes.
How about the gluten-free baking and ingredients? Is it possible? Will the taste be the same?
So,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, fun fact, all our macaroons are gluten-free. So, they taste very good. We use almond flour to make the macaroons. I feel that this is a constant debate that people have. You know, I want to make something healthier, but will it taste the same? And I feel that if you already have that expectation that I want to eat a brownie, and if you make a healthy brownie and it doesn't taste like a brownie, there's going to be a disconnect in your expectations, which makes it really like, you won't like it. You'll be like, what is this? So what we do is we create different desserts. So we'll maybe make, a gluten-free sponge cake, and we'll call it something else. So there's no preconceived notions of what that is supposed to taste like. There are excellent alternatives in the market now where you can make healthier options. Will it be as indulgent as butter and chocolate and cream? I don't know. But will it be delicious? Yes. Yeah? Okay. So you can eat this cake exactly the way it is. Or if you want to add one more layer to it, you can make a nice glaze for it, okay?
Hi, ma'am.
You guys want the recipe for the glaze?
Ma'am.
Okay, so we have 300 grams of dark chocolate. Sorry, let me just finish this. Let me finish the recipe. Yeah. Oh. We'll get to the questions once this is done, okay? We have 300 grams of dark chocolate. Everybody's with me? 35 grams of almonds chopped. Now I'm using almonds here because I wanted to. You want to use chopped hazelnut, you want to use any other kind of nut, please feel free to do so. I'm using a mix of almonds and hazelnut. So 300 grams dark chocolate, 35 grams almonds, 40 grams hazelnut, and 2 tablespoons of any neutral oil. Correct? Did you get that? Yes? No? Linny, what should we do? You think they got it? Okay. So, does anybody know how to make this? I'll repeat the recipe. 300 grams dark chocolate, 35 grams of almonds chopped. You're like, we caught you. 40 grams hazelnuts chopped, and 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay? Clear? So, okay? So basically how I make this is I chop my almonds and my hazelnut. I first roast it in the oven, 160 degrees, about 8-9 minutes. It becomes brown. I take it out. Then I melt the chocolate in a double boiler or in a, sometimes I use the microwave also, very often. And should we hurry before it sets? Okay? And then you just add, in your melted chocolate, you add the oil, you mix in the nuts, and that's it. It becomes like this. You put it in a beaker, and then you just put a grill. You have a tray to catch all the glaze that will fall. If you want to skip the nuts, just use dark chocolate and oil. Works really well. Linny, just pour. Okay, and then you have fun. Looks good? Now you all will ask, will we get to eat this? Was it simple? Just a little bit here. Perfect. Yummy? Should we do some magic? Wait. I want someone from the back there. Yeah, in the yellow there. Yeah. The lady behind you. Yeah, you come. Come, you also come. And I want, hi. And I want one person, last there, red. Yeah, come. Amazing. How are you?
Sana.
Everybody, clap for Sana. If she messes up the cookies, you won't be able to eat them. Thanks, Lindy. Thank you. You're melting more? You want to do more? Might as well do it, no? We have more cake. Okay, ladies, are you all ready to have some fun?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move this to the side. One second. Brinda, do we have more cookies? Let's get them out. So how many ever people are here, maybe they can taste some also. Okay, so this is your normal chocolate chip cookie. The whole idea is what can you do to elevate your cookie a little bit. So we made some salted caramel. Okay, you can use anything. You can make chocolate ganache, you can get chocolate sauce, anything that's thick enough to stay. So we have salted caramel, pecan praline or pecan butter, like we made the hazelnut butter. You can also candy your hazelnuts or almonds or pecans, like you make chicky. You cook your nuts with sugar. Once it sets, you just put it in the grinder and you blend it with a little bit of oil. It becomes a nice paste. Okay? You can use this to dress your cookies, your cakes, anything. Pecan, salted caramel. You can use hazelnut, walnut, pecans, anything. Chocolate chunks. Where are the other? Are come? Hi. Why are you all standing so piche? Hi, how are you? What are your names? Very good. How are you? Prabha. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Hi. Hi. Nice to meet you, Pooja. Hi. Hi. Hello. 5 have come. Okay, come on. Chalo, I'm going to make you all do calm now. Huh? We are not here to have fun. Slightly more runny. There's no right or wrong. Okay? You can just have a little bit of fun. These chocolate chips are very big, so I wouldn't put more than just one. Or if I could, I would chop it. Okay? So you all can start here. Do a couple of them and then pass it on to them. Here. Come. Just do a few. Okay. Okay, you all will do work here. Come. Should we cut the cake? Should we cut the cake? Let's make like thin slices. इसका photo ले लिया है ना सब? हाँ. Just make thin slices so that we'll cut it like that so everyone can get.
Only thin or you want me to?
Yeah, you can cut the whole, like both of them. Okay, and we put it on the plate. Thank you. I'll give you also work. Don't worry. Thank you. You're making one more. I'm trying to glaze as many cakes so as many people can taste, okay? I wanted to bring something from Bombay for all of you, but unfortunately I couldn't. So we have a small surprise for you guys, a small gift from our side. So if you go onto our website, which is www.le15.com, and you order anything from our website, and you put in the code when you check out, which says LE15, LE15, loves Chennai. You get 20% off on everything on our website. Okay? So we are shipping macaroons, we're shipping books, we're shipping everything. So it's only valid for 3 days. So please use it within 3 days. So LE15.com, when you check out, LE15 loves Chennai, and that's my little gift for you guys. We also have, yes, thank you. We also have my books that are here, which is also today at a special price just for this workshop. So if you guys want to grab a copy after the class, that would be great too. And we'll try to get as many of these ready and cut them up so you guys can taste them. Yeah? Glaze is ready, cake is there. I put everybody to work. Wait, I'll just get the palette. Sorry. There's a big one. I want my palette knife. Oh, I'm using it. Okay, we'll take a few more questions. Someone here was asking one. Yes, sorry, tell me.
Hi ma'am, I'm Harshavardhan.
Hi, how are you?
Ma'am, what's the correct time to bake a cheesecake, ma'am, aligned with the different sizes of the baking tin?
So
If it's
this is
small tin,
so again, the question of what's the correct time is very difficult to answer because in each oven it will take a different amount of time. What I would recommend is always to look for the sign that it is ready. So for example, I like my cheesecakes to be slightly wobbly, very soft. I don't like it to be fully hard, very baked. So
and
when
how
you
to check if it's perfectly baked, ma'am?
So you, whatever the time you've put it in, what I do is when I pull it out and I shake it, the center should have a little jiggle. Center, like a coin size, only that much should have a little bit of jiggle. You take it out and you rest it overnight.
Overnight
in the
or in the
fridge.
room temperature? Should we rest it in the refrigerator?
In the fridge, and you eat it the next day, the texture will be perfect. Okay?
In the fridge,
Sorry?
In the freezer or in the
Fridge.
normal
fridge.
Okay. And how to adjust in the baking time according to the tin size of the tin, ma'am?
Same thing. You have to see when it's ready.
Baking time,
Temperature will always be the same. Time will change depending on the size of the tin. That is something you'll have to see.
What's the temperature, ma'am, for the cheesecake?
It depends. Different cheesecakes bake at different, but usually anywhere between 165 to 180 is a safe temperature.
Okay. And another one, is it mandatory to add cinnamon for any red velvet type recipes, cinnamon powder?
Cinnamon? No.
Thank you.
Nothing is mandatory.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Except measuring your ingredients correctly.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, 1 second. Ladies, how are we doing here? Good? अरे और काटना है उसको बड़ा नाइफ चाहिए एंड और भी ठीक है ना दे वांट द केक ना लाइक दैट हैव यू ऑल ट्राइड इट verdict you have to give na thank you so much.
Hello, Chef. Here. Yeah. Can we expect a LE15 kiosk soon in Chennai? Because it's been...
Please pray that it happens. I really hope so. You guys think LE15 will do well in Chennai?
Yeah.
You all will come and buy? Is that a promise? But then if I open and you all don't come then? Hopefully, soon. Thank you. कैसा है? पक्का? प्रॉमिस? झूठ नहीं बोल रहा है ना?
Excuse me, Pooja. Yeah, I have one question. Do you prefer using President butter or Amul butter in your bakes generally?
It depends on the recipe.
Okay.
Salted butter, I prefer Amul. Unsalted butter, if I'm using for a frosting, I prefer President. Yeah?
Thank you.
Hi,
All
Miss
right.
Pooja.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Thank you. 1 second. All okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. Try kiya? Yes.
Hi. So I'm a huge fan of yours, and I've
Thank
been
you.
following it. The first time I tried the macarons and was at your store at BKC, and at that moment I just fell in love with it.
Thank
all
you.
the different flavors and all. And my question to you is, actually I tried macarons at home, but they didn't turn out well, and it was so finicky, it was so tough, all those little measurements and all. So my question is, like, as a beginner, what would you suggest, like whoever is interested in particular French pastries, and what would be your advice as a professional to a person who wants to pursue French pastries, not just macarons, but particularly in a French patisserie?
I think that with French pastry, it's a lot about technique. It's a lot about practice, about getting things right. So I would say learn as much as you can. There's so many videos on YouTube. There are so many pastry chefs that do classes if you can't go somewhere to learn. Or the best way to learn is to get an internship somewhere and then learn through that. But really the key is to practice. So, you know, it's the more you practice it, the better you'll get. You'll troubleshoot. You'll realize once you made something like this, it didn't work. Then you'll change it and it will work. My only advice to everybody who's testing recipes here, and this is a mistake that I used to make in the past, but now it's changed, is that whenever you're trying to test a recipe and you want to make a change, any change that you make, always just make one change. So don't change the temperature also, the time also, the ingredients also, everything, because then you won't know what worked or what didn't work. So trial and error, experiment, and you'll get there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hi, Pooja.
Hi, how are you? Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a very deep question. So Love 15 is going to be 14 years old next month. Okay? Yeah. And I've seen a lot in these 14 years. I've seen a lot of success. I've seen a lot of failure. I've seen very hard days. I've seen days where I wanted to quit. I've seen days where nothing felt right. But then days that everything was amazing. Like being here with all of you is so great. I was in fact telling my team, I was telling Vrinda, that when I started Love 15, I started by teaching, because I love teaching. And 14 years ago, there was no WhatsApp, there was no Instagram, there was nothing, okay? So whatever we had to do by word of mouth or by the papers. And my first workshop that I had in my small kitchen, that I had a small 500 square feet kitchen, I had to cancel 1-2 because I didn't have enough people who signed up. And then on the third day, 2 people signed up. And I didn't want to cancel it because I said, so I called my mother, I called my brother, I called a friend, and they came into the workshop and pretended that they didn't know each other. And we did that workshop with 5 people. And then 14 years later, it's amazing to stand here with all of you. So thank you very much. I think it's a matter of patience. It's a matter of perseverance. To know that what you see on the internet, or you see somebody else's life, it looks very nice, it looks very beautiful, it looks like, wow, she's killing it. But no one is killing it. Everyone goes through their own journey. I've had many days where I've cried and cried because things were not going right, and then days that were amazing. So I feel, I don't know what your question was anymore. I've forgotten. I've gone in my own way. But I just feel that I think the key is patience. That is my answer to whatever your question was. Thank you.
Hi, Pooja.
Hi, Pooja.
I want to take a video. Give my phone. I'm not loud. Oh, give me your phone. 1 second. Before we go forward, I just want to take one video for my Instagram. If we can have everyone say, when I say 3, 2, 1, if I can just have everyone say hi very loudly. Can we practice? We'll only you all are saying yes. They're not saying yes. No, you know, okay. So, practice session. Start from here and then we'll go here, okay? 3, 2, 1. I think we can do little more force, no? Little more energy. But this I'm recording, okay? In 3, 2, 1, let's go! Again someone said? Now we'll start from this side and see who did it better. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go! Amazing, thank you. Somebody had a question.
Hi, Pooja.
Hi,
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm Pooja as well.
Oh, nice to meet you. How many pujas in this room? Put your hands up. Only 2? No. 3. Bas, only 3? How many karishmas?
Pooja, my question to you is, I don't bake too much, but whenever I bake a cake, my cake cracks from the top. So what could be the
Cakes are
possible
supposed
reason?
to crack from the top.
Okay.
It's not supposed to not crack, okay? So, like I told you guys, the reason a cake rises is because there's air in it. The crack is just a sign that your air bubbles have left your batter. You just cut it off a little bit and you'll never find a cake that's extremely smooth. And if that is, that's very specific for that one cake. But otherwise all cakes, right? Cakes crack, right? Yeah, na, Lini?
Yeah. One more question, Pooja. I would like to ask, which compound chocolate do you generally prefer using in your baking?
That's a very good question again. I get a lot of questions about chocolate and what kind of chocolate. As a chef, I hate saying use only this kind or this is the best, right? I feel we all have different preferences, and within recipes, sometimes your recipe needs a star. Okay, so if it's a full like a chocolate lava cake or a molten chocolate cake, the chocolate is the star ingredient. So for something like that, I would use the best chocolate. But if it's a very tiny piece of chocolate in something, I can use something else. So I feel like I would never give you an answer for use this or use that or this is the best. I would say read the recipe. What is the final outcome of the recipe? How much chocolate goes? What is the flavor profile of the chocolate you want from the recipe? And then choose what to use.
Okay, Pooja, can you just repeat the cookie procedure? I think there are some gaps between it.
No, that I can't
Just the
repeat.
recipe.
Just the rest. That's a whole workshop.
I think we have some gaps, like when did you add milk to it?
Butter, vanilla, sugars, milk, flour.
Thank you
Chocolate
so
chips.
much.
Hi.
Hi,
Cookie temperature
165. 12 to 15
12
minutes.
to 15 minutes.
Hello, ma'am.
You forgot your question.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh shit.
हेलो मैम.
Hi, how are you?
मैं पूछ रही थी कुकीज़ को क्रिस्प करने के लिए शुगर, व्हाट इज़ द रेशियो ऑफ शुगर, विच शुगर, ब्राउन और कैस्टर शुगर?
I feel like brown sugar will give you a more crispy cookie, but crispy is also the function of how much butter to sugar ratio is there in your recipe. Also, आप उसको कितना, how thin do you make it, how do you rest it? It's very different for different recipes. So use a recipe that has high butter, high sugar, high brown sugar, and that will make it thin and crispy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, here. Hi, I'm Shruti. I have a question. In cooking, we can easily find if we lack in salt by smelling itself.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
In cooking, we can easily find if we lack in salt by through smell itself. So, is there any technique in baking if we lack in any ingredient? Because vegan people or vegetarian won't use egg. So, if they if they bake any egg dishes, so is there any technique like they can find it easily if they lack in any ingredient?
The good thing about baking is that the recipe is very precise. So if your recipe says 100 grams of butter, 2 eggs, whatever it is, and if you use it, it should turn out the way it will. Cooking is very different. You know, it's very like if you, today it's 2 tomatoes, your tomato size can be this, your tomato size can be this. But 100 grams of butter will always be 100 grams of butter. So I feel that baking makes that a lot easier. So if you follow the recipe itself, that itself is your like guardrail to make sure that it's right. Yeah? So measure your ingredients and follow the recipe. Are we continuing? Sorry.
Hello? I have a question.
Sorry, trying to find the logistics of getting you all the desserts.
Hello? Hello? I have a question.
Where are you?
Over here.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So I was following this recipe on YouTube, and when I was baking it at home, my batter was really liquidy, but when I looked at that batter in the video, it looked super thick. So I'm not sure if that was, but I followed like the same measurements that they gave in cups and grams. It was a mix. And I followed the measurements, but then mine ended up like super liquidy, but theirs was like much thicker. So was it like a mixing fault, or I'm not sure how?
Yeah, it could be many different things. Sometimes consistency of cream, water, the water content in the cream, you know, all the ingredients that somebody else uses, it's very different from what we use. So sometimes it doesn't match. It could also be over mixing. It could also be not starting with things maybe at different temperatures. It's very difficult for me to pinpoint and say what the problem was if I don't know both the recipes. But it could be a measuring problem. It could be an over mixing problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Pooja. On your left. On your left, yeah.
Yola, I'm going to get chakkar. Huh? I'm just going to, what is happening? Hi.
Okay, so my question would be, will these cookies turn out soft from the center or crispy?
These ones?
Yeah.
Soft.
Soft.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between making soft cookies and hard cookies? Like when I try making hard ones, the cookies turn out to be soft. From the center, especially.
It's the recipe, it's the content of the recipe, it's how cold the batter is before you bake it, it's how you make it, whether you're flattening it, you're making it into balls, how much of the spread it is, how long you bake it. So it's very different. The batter consistency is very different. The dough is different.
Can I come on the stage? I actually got something for you.
Oh, yes, please come. I need a volunteer. This here. Start from there.
Hi, ma'am.
Start from here. Yeah, come. I need someone to come cut more cake from here. Huh? Come. You all are all helping me so we don't create a mess in Phoenix Mills and then they call me back, okay? So you all have to say you all really enjoyed this workshop. Hi, how are you? Okay, let's cut this cake. Hi, how are you? Come, let's cut this cake up. Okay, we have a big knife there, and let's cut these. कितने लोग आ गए हैं? Hi. I don't need 5 people. Yeah. See. Or you can cut. Come, you can cut these cookies. Come. You can cut these cookies. Somebody come, cut these cookies up so people can try it. You guys can come, use this. It's a bit still wet. You can start with that one. Yeah. Or start with this one. So that everybody gets some. ये knife एक ही है अभी. आप इनको help कर सकते हैं इसके साथ. What about you? Hi, can he help? It's with a knife. He wants to try a cookie. He can try. He can taste. हाँ छोटा सबको मिलेगा. इससे नहीं होगा I don't think इससे होगा. You want me to make it half or 3 pieces? 3 ना? हाँ सबको देना है यार. उसके बाद काट नहीं सकते हैं लेकिन नाइफ नहीं है. How's the cake for those who've tried it? Is it good? Very good. Hi. How are you? Hi. But why are you feeling so shy? Hi. What's your name? Hi.
Hi, ma'am. I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a secret to get a crinkly top brownie in an eggless recipe?
I was just going to say use eggs. And you took it
in
out.
an eggless recipe. Like
I'm actually working on something. We are working on a recipe with a nice crinkly top. Maybe not this weekend. Next weekend we will share it on Sunday Baking Club. So watch out for it. Okay?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can I try one of those cookies? Please go for it. Here. We'll do it later. Okay. Thank you. Who's distributing? ये 4 में काटो ना.
I do not know Hindi, ma'am.
Oh, cut. Sorry. It took me so long to be speak in Hindi. Cut it in 4, please. Recommendations. What should I eat in Chennai? What should I eat? You recommend. क्या खाओ? What should I eat? No, I'm a non-vegetarian. Parota and chicken curry from anywhere. Or a house. Any house. Achha. What's that? Melt. What is that? It's a cafe. Melt. Okay. Chicken paratha.
Places in Phoenix.
Yeah, there's so many amazing places here.
Phoenix has festival places from all over the world.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Phoenix will be happy to have you.
Yeah.
And everyone is not those there.
Oh my God, there's Kobe sizzlers here as well. I haven't had a sizzler in so long. I'm going to go have a sizzler also. But I've just landed. I have to go and eat, I have to discover, then I will make a judgment.
So, she will be posting her favorite South Indian food while she has keep us check on that.
Are you tired? Thank you.
We have another question here.
Thank you.
We have another question here.
How many of you listen to our podcast regularly with your hands? If you're not, then you're missing out on a lot of things. Start listening to podcasts while you're cooking. It helps.
To make a good icing.
Sorry, I can't hear you. How to make a good icing? You just follow a very good recipe and you make a good icing. It depends on which one you're making, right? If it's a buttercream, it's usually butter and sugar with a little bit of milk. If it's a ganache, it's chocolate and cream.
Hello.
We have many recipes here, so please have a look at it. Thank you.
Pooja?
Awesome! Are you guys still awake?
Hi, Pooja.
Sorry, has everybody tasted the cake?
Hi, Pooja.
Who has not tasted? It's coming. It's coming to you guys. But did you all like it?
Hi, Pooja.
अच्छा उसको दे देंगे वहाँ पे.
Hi, Pooja.
You'll distribute that side. Cake. Okay.
Hi,
Sorry.
Pooja.
Yes.
Hi. I am
Two
here.
people. Where?
Here.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Pooja.
Hi.
This is Chef Jeevan. Hello.
Yes.
I am Chef Jeevan.
Hi.
I have a small doubt. Say because I'm making macarons with egg white. For the egg white, for vegetarian, I'm using aquafaba. It's not coming proper shape and texture. So what can I do for that texture and shape?
Aquafaba is very tricky.
Yeah.
Are you making your own aquafaba or you're using?
Yeah, I am just soaking the senna and get that after boil the chenna, then taking.
So use from a ready tin.
Okay.
I think if you make your own, it's very tricky. But if you use from a ready-made tin, because it's processed and the chana has been in it for so long, the protein content of it is much higher, and even the viscosity, the fluidity of the water is very thick. So consistently, but then you'll have a lot of chana in your house, so you'll have to start a hummus business side.
So now I am using for the business purpose only.
Yeah, so you'll have a lot of chana.
Yeah, I tasted your cake. That's very very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. हो गया? Yeah, cut na. Cake everybody got? They didn't get.
Yeah, so recently I baked a cake and when I put the toothpick in, the toothpick came out clean. But it was still under me.
How? If the toothpick came out clean, it should have been. Did you put it in the center, the toothpick? Then it should be. I don't know the answer to this. Maybe it's the oven, I don't know. But usually that normally always works. Sometimes I don't know why. Maybe because it's logic, right? You put it in and you take it out. If it's not sticking, then it's baked through. Yeah? I don't have it with me here right now, but it's a very simple basic caramel. Yeah? Thank you. Okay.
Hello.
Where are you?
Hello,
Is this the last question?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to ask what brand of dark chocolate was used for the icing?
For this one?
Yeah.
Calibo. Yeah, thank you. Done? Thank you very much. Have we met before? No. Before today, yeah. Never? Why do I feel like I met you? Yeah. Hello!
Please stand up, make some noise for yourself and ask them for a mic, please. Don't screw me for that. I'll give you a
It's on Swiggy, Instamart, we are here. And now Blinkit also we are going to be available soon. But my hope is to someday open a store here. So, manifesting it. Yes. That was my favorite. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. You've been through my journey, so you know the pain. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. It was lovely meeting you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have one request for all of you. You all are on Instagram, right? So when I post the reel of this workshop, will you all just say hi in the comments? Because I never know whether you all are following me or not. I don't know. So can you all do that for me? Is that a promise? Okay, so maybe in a day or 2 days we'll share the reel from Phoenix. We'll post it. And then I want everyone to just say hi. So it'll be a secret. What emoji will you all put? No, we should have a secret emoji. Cookie? Cookie? Everyone just post one cookie. A cookie and a heart. That'll be our secret code. Yeah, then I'll know that you were in this workshop. Okay? Your promise. The cookies are left to try, but I don't know we have too many.
Hi, Pooja.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, ma'am.
I have 5 books to give away. Should I do that?
Hi, ma'am.
Someone say it and then we do a book giveaway and then we wrap up. Okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
my name is Afrin. So
Hi.
I've been baking for around 1 year now. So I've been trying to out to be hard. I don't know what is the problem in that. Maybe it's the yeast, or can you tell me what is the exact way to bloom the yeast?
So your question is that you're breaking breads and your breads are turning hard, right?
Yes.
A lot of it is also because of the kind of how much hydration your dough is getting. So hydration is just the amount of water that is in the dough and how much you need it, how much you rest it. Bread making is again a full different science and a whole different beast. Sometimes it's also just the proofing time. If it's not proved enough, it turns out to be a rock sometimes,
Yes,
right?
same,
So
exactly.
could be that. So just troubleshoot online and see what the issues are.
And also, can you tell me what is the best way to bloom the yeast?
So I normally do it in milk.
Okay.
So
lukewarm milk or
lukewarm milk.
Lukewarm milk.
Yeah, with a
You
little
add
bit of
sugar
sugar.
to it?
Yeah, with a little bit of
okay.
sugar. Yeah.
Thank you. And also, what is the best frosting for red velvet cake?
Cream cheese.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Ready for the book giveaway? No. Give away the books. What? How should? No. How do we do the giveaway? Okay, I'll ask. We have to do this properly. No one is going to scream out answers. Okay. You'll have to be on the floor. No, walk here means it will take forever.
They want to win. You have to win.
Okay.
You have been walking on the
Yeah, from here to here to here. First question. What is the first macaroon flavor I ever had? If you know, put your hand up. Yes, he gets it. The answer is passion fruit. Your name was? Vishal. Vishal, you get a copy of my book coming home. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, second question. What does the name Le 15 mean? The 15th arrondissement in Paris where I lived. Yes. Chennai is... Can we hear? Okay, ready for the next one? Name 5 restaurants in this mall. Fast, who can live there? Yes, it's right behind. Turn around. Was it right? All are right? How big is this mall? How many square feet?
How many days do you have here out of the week? Out of the 7 days, how many days do you have here in the mall? Every day you deserve this.
You want the cookie book? She wants a cookie book. She already has this. Okay, thank you.
Start counting your fans like in the mall as well.
There are no fans?
So sorry.
What? Oh, you bought it already. Okay. So 3 are done. Should we keep playing? Mall ka question bolo. Right, oh, right hand side. We'll ask them. Okay, from here. What year was this mall started? 2016. No. Anyone, you all just guess. 2014. No. No. Last. You heard him say it, huh? Cheating. From here. 2012, yes, correct.
Okay, let me put this in this way. Which anniversary did the mall celebrate this year? Which was the anniversary moment? Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
Which anniversary we celebrated this year? 15th anniversary. Is it right?
No.
No.
12th. 11th. No. Clearly we can't do math, guys.
12. It is 11.
She got it right. She got it right. She got it right. Okay. Okay. I hope you all had a lot of fun and enjoyed this workshop and the time that we spent together. It was very special to me. I'm very grateful to be here and spend this time with all of you. Can I do it again? Can I do it again? We'll all do it. Vrinda, will you record it? Will you attempt to record it? This side you'll record? We'll do it 3-4 times. You all will do it, na? 3-4 times. Everybody knows what we're doing? Chef's kiss. In 3. Master Chef's kiss. In 3, 2, 1. Again, this side now, and this side also. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Truly appreciate you being here. Thank you to the mall. Please do check out all the amazing different brands here. Don't forget your discount on love15.com. And I'll stop selling now and say thank you. And hope to see you guys in Bombay. Love15.com is the website. And the code is Love15 loves Chennai. Selfie. How do you do photos? And get everybody here? Group selfie. Everyone will have to come here. Ajao.
Well, there are many people who want by your PC wherever you are. You can only see there are 50 people there. So please see with your cameras. We have time.
I'm here only.
First, 12 o'clock. I came, they came together.
யாரும் allow பண்ணாதீங்க. Everybody want to come in. Don't allow anybody inside. Okay? Sit down. You ask them to sit down.
First of all, can we have a big round of applause? Huge round of applause for our
தம்பி
She's put a lot of hard work right on stage in front of you. We would request you, please put your hands together once again for Pooja Dhingra. Louder one. Can you hear me? If you learned something and you enjoyed it, please make some noise and clap for her, please. Thank you so much, Pooja, for being here, and Phoenix Marketcity for organizing this.
Think